Hi everyone, and welcome to your monthly Pick a Card Tarot readings for the month of June 2026. If we haven't met, my name is Sydney, I'm the Tarot Guy next door, and I use my cult knowledge and intuition to help guide you towards life you want. If you have a question you want to ask the cards, you'll find information on how to get a private reading below. And if you want to learn how to read the cards, you'll find information in my beginner's course below. I'll be doing 7 card readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot with Sodalite, the New Palladini Tarot with Pre-Night, and the Tarot of the Divine with Carnelian. We also have 4 different oracle cards to choose from 4 different decks. So go ahead and pick which tarot deck and which oracle card resonate with you the most. It's totally fine if you're drawn to more than one. And as always, you can pause this video if you need more time. As always with collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. If you want to jump straight to your reading, you'll find timestamps below. And with that, let's go right to the readings. Alright, group 1, let's see what we have for you for June. So in the present energy, we have okay. Interesting. I would say don't panic. These are cards we're generally happy to see, but we're all reversed. Let's see what led into this, which is the 4 of Cups, okay. Incoming energy is the 4 of Coins reversed. The Knight of Coins. I got that all wrong except for the suit. The main advice card is the 6 of Wands. Supporting advice is the 2 of Cups, with the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Now I will see what the best way to frame this spread is. This is probably really nice. Beautiful. I'll lock the exposure and I'll see you right now. First of all, I took the time to set the exposure to what I wanted it to. Second of all, group 1, there's a chance that that I messed up your reading last time you came here. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's fine. It's not worth getting into, but there are some repeating themes here. But regardless of anything, I think that the theme for you for June is to nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect is the two-word summary of all of this. And I think that given, like, no matter what led to this current moment, this is looking like relationship stress, to put it succinctly, and causing your judgment to not necessarily be the best. It's funny too, because given the fact that this is a collective reading and that the 6 of Coins has 3 people in it and is also reversed, there are so many ways that this could be coming together, because stress in relationships and wisely allocating resources, but not too good, can come together in many ways. One taking advantage of the other. One being codependent and actually being acting as if you're trying to help, but actually being the one who just, move out of the way, I'll do it for you, that kind of thing. And the person doesn't learn, and then and in the meantime, you're wondering why the person that you keep having to do the job for won't just look at you do the job right, and then they'll do it, that kind of thing. And especially with the Justice reverse being the only major arcana card in the mix here, it's looking at that. And also, I just realized we have the 2 cards that have scales in them in the same reading, and they're both reversed. So yeah, I would say the fact that these are basically all minors except for the Justice card here is an indicator that whatever mistakes that you make this month, I don't think are like life or death. I think with the 6 of Wands as the main advice card, this is to be confident in yourself and to not let the mistakes that you made along the way, or the mistakes that you will make in June, stop you from screwing up again. Because, as most people will tell you, it's often your mistakes that have bigger learning opportunities than your successes. It sounds kind of cliche, but I think that you're in the kind of situation that can handle this. So yeah, just do the right things long enough consistently, and I think that that's all that matters. I think, yeah, now that I think of it, this entire reading is almost like a giant 8 of Coins, gradual improvement through repetition. I think that's the theme for you. And the Ace of Coins has been silently nodding along this entire time. time. I don't really know what it adds to the reading. It might be slightly out of frame. I think I'll move the reading a bit to this side for the others. But yeah, that's what I have for you. Thank you very much. If you liked your reading, please give this video a like. And you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump ahead to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. Group 2, let's see what we have for you for June. So in the present energy, that's the King of Coins reversed, the Knight of Wands reversed, and the Temperance reversed. Okay, that should be good. Like that. That should probably be good. In the past, coming into this, we have the Ten of Cups. Not exactly the spot where we want to see the Ten of Cups. Incoming energy is the King of Wands reversed, okay. Main advice is the Queen of Cups reversed. Supporting advice is the Six of Coins with the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Very interesting mix here. This is basically, oh wow, it's basically perfect. Let me just make it a little less basically and a little more perfect. All right, I'll see you right now. Group 2, I hope you didn't have too many plans for June, sorry. I'm recording this in April, that's the slip up. I'm half joking, but here's the thing, okay? So these are generally cards that we're happy to see, but basically the entire reading is reversed except for these 3 cards, right? And when the only upright cards in the entire reading are the past, the supporting advice card, and the bottom of the deck, which isn't technically even in the deck, it can be difficult to, it's like blocks, glitches, and delays everywhere, you know? And it's not really worth digging into what each particular reversal adds to each particular card. I think that and especially with the Ten of Cups being in the past, upright, leading into this reading, this has peaked in high school energy. And when I think the words peaked in high school, I think of the cliche for that phrase in my mind is the 40-year-old dad bod guy who was, you know, a high school quarterback and was good, but kind of went downhill from there. That was his peak, right? And the hard part for me before unpausing wasn't necessarily coming up with what to tell you. That was actually pretty simple, but it was coming up with a more specific metaphor for this analogy. So sticking with the 40-year-old dad bod guy, let's just say he's kind of a loser. He doesn't really have much to his name, but he has, you know, a house or apartment or whatever. No, let's say he lives in an apartment across from a house. So anyway, the peaked in high school guy has a new neighbor who is also a high school quarterback, who also did really good, went to the same high school. He didn't go to the NFL either. I mean, they're neighbors, but he became a fitness trainer, and he uses his football experience and coaching, well, quarterbacking experience to help his clients and everything like that. For the dad bod guy who peaked in high school, living next door to the fitness trainer who has a very similar background, it can trigger a lot of why didn't I do that? Why not me? Type of shit. And the mapping to these cards, because I've been looking up from the table this entire time, but it's the present energy here. So the King of Coins, big long-term wealth, all that shit. And the Knight of Wands is the action taker of the suit. You know, the Knight is the court member who goes out on the adventure. So we have a big plan that's stalling. We have difficulty moving forward, and it's affecting our regulation, so to speak. Speaking of regulation, the Queen of Cups reverse in the main advice card is pointing to the main source of unforced errors in this month. for this month, which is emotional regulation or lack thereof. I think emotional regulation or processing your emotions or making sure that you don't lash out is going to be the thing to keep in mind for the month. And yeah, another thing to keep in mind is that there's only one major arcana card here, so it's not exactly like it's a big deal, but I think it is through making the mistakes that you can learn how to better correct your judgment to better wisely allocate your resources. But I think that whatever this Ten of Cups is, which is leading to this perturbance, if you take your, there are things in your high school experience that you can use to better build a bridge between you and your new next door neighbor who's reminding you of all your failures, you know? I think that if you try to, and that's kind of what the Page of Cups is hinting at too. If you focus on what makes you happy and try to not be too hard on yourself, it's looking like the King of Wands here is how can I say? Because the King of Wands reversed, I often read it as being so determined to get to where you want to go that you'll sledgehammer through a wall instead of looking through a door. Given this reading, I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not. So I'm not sure what to tell the King of Wands. Usually what I tell the King of Wands reverse is to put the sledgehammer down and start looking for a door. But given this situation, just make sure that we're actually in sledgehammer territory and that we're not just in, oh, I should take a couple extra beats, even though I don't want to look for a door, and maybe use the sledgehammer in the next room instead of using the sledgehammer to get into the next room. Yeah, I'm really not sure what to tell the King of Wands. Yeah, the King of Wands here. It's funny we have double water and double fire side by side, which is fitting for like foot on the brake, foot on the gas type of energy, which is kind of all of this. But again, don't let your new neighbor who used a background similar to yours to do things that are better than you get to you too much. Even though it can be difficult to digest at first, there are things that you can learn from in the end that can get you to where you want to go. If you liked your reading, please give this video a like, and you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump ahead to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. All right, group 3. Let's see what we have for you for June. In the present energy, this is strength, great. This is the 3 of coins and the 8 of cups, very interesting, okay. In the past, we have the ace of coins reversed, okay. Incoming energy is the 4 of coins reversed, all coins here, interesting. Main advice card is the Knight of coins. Supporting advice is the 9 of coins. And the King of Cups is at the bottom of the deck, not a coin. Okay. I guess this is an earth-heavy reading. That's obvious. The only cards that aren't earth are these 3 right here. But regardless, let's actually set up the shot so I can hopefully come back with something that's useful for you. I hear I'm pretty decent at that. All right, I'll see you right now. Group 3, there's a saying that I haven't used in these videos in a while that's kind of perfect for this energy that I've heard a lot. And the hard part was kind of generalizing this message to people who aren't in that situation. So the saying is, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, build a team. This vibe here is, it's like the solopreneur finally biting the bullet and getting their first hire. And saying, okay, I'm going to hire someone to do this thing. And like I said, the difficult part was to generalize this because this is a collective reading, right? So, you know, how does this apply to people who aren't solopreneurs, who are students, you know, regular employees, that kind of thing? Even though, you know, statistically, I could take a stab in the dark here and guess statistically that you are a 35-year-old woman watching this on an iPhone. That's like the median of my stats. So based on that, there probably might be some people in positions of leadership, or people who have a domain that they're used to being the queen of, and not letting anyone into that space. This is looking like, because with the Ace of Coins and the Four of Coins being the only two reverse cards in all of this, and especially with the Knight of Coins being the main advice card. The Knight of Coins is the slowest knight. It's the only knight that isn't where the horse isn't actually trotting in the traditional card, in the traditional illustration. So this is someone who's choosing to go slow. Slow and steady wins the race, right? And with the Four of Coins reversed in the incoming energy, and especially in the context of this reading, I'm reading this as finally opening up, finally allowing someone else to do the job 80% as good as you would do it, so that you can use that energy to do other things. And realizing the abundance that is around you when you choose to do that. When you choose to take that that 20% hit in quality in that one thing that you really love doing, so that someone else can do it, so that you can do other things that are more important at 100% quality. And yeah, I think that that's the journey here that is implied by the Eight of Cups here. I just realized we have double eight with the Strength card, but I don't know what that means. I just noticed it now. I'm scrapping it. But yeah, I think with the King of Cups here at the bottom of the deck underpinning the messages, hinting at the emotional satisfaction that comes with that, of, working together with a team, and having it go well, basically. And some of you might actually be solopreneurs that, like, for some of you, the new team member might be a tool or a bot, or that kind of thing. Because again, it's not like everyone has the money to just hire someone. And even if you did, I'm not going to talk about what employment and jobs are like now, but yeah, it's just because you have the money to hire someone and you need someone doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to hire someone. But yeah, this is really just letting someone into your domain and choosing to slow down in order to do it right, but with the inclusion of others and the satisfaction that comes thereof. If you liked your reading, please give this video a like, and you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump ahead to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. All right, let's see what we have for the Oracle card portion. I think this is roughly the area that editor Sid likes. So let's do it. Group A, your card is Romantic Love. Ooh. This is going to be interesting to generalize. The text under it reads, the frequency of romantic love supports our journey to feel whole and complete through the experience and reflection. The frequency of romantic love supports our journey to feel whole and complete through the experience with and reflection of a conscious lover. I'm gonna need a moment to reflect on this. I would to broaden that out into the general use. This is more nod to the you're the average of your five best friends, because the feeling whole. Wait, what is it? Yeah, the journey to feel whole and complete through the experience with and reflection of a conscious other. So basically, a conscious lover, replace that with conscious other. It's really a question of choosing your company wisely, and also not letting the losers get to you this week, because, yeah, emotional regulation was a risk for one group in particular. Group B, your card is the Clinging. This is I Ching hexagram number 30. And the keywords are fire, illumination, inspiration, devotion, an all-consuming passion, regeneration, spirituality, virtue, and enlightenment. The ones that leap out to me are inspiration, all-consuming passion, regeneration, and enlightenment. I think that basically don't shy away from the spotlight. Failing in public. I'm an expert failer in public, and the first couple times are really scary. But once you realize that you're still alive and that your mom still loves you, and that your friends are still there, well, hopefully. But yeah, once you realize that you're still alive after all of that and that you're still fine, that's what gives you the bravado to try again with the exuberance, that of the joy of figuring out what's going to happen, Group C, your card is the Squirrel Spirit. Believe in yourself. Honestly, I'm tempted to just leave it at that. Believe in yourself is, I think it's good. It's good advice to carry through the month for all 3 tarot portions. And yeah, I haven't done that in a while, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Believe in yourself, Group C. Group D, your card is the full moon in Capricorn. Take a reality check. That's funny because there will be a full moon in Capricorn in June because of Cancer season. Let me just take a moment to reflect and yeah, just a moment. Okay, I just took a glance at the tarot decks, and yeah, I think the reality check is as far as the expectations that you set for yourself for this month, because there's a lot of crosswinds for a lot of people in June, and yeah, if you're trotting into June with big expectations, it's okay to be gentle with yourself and to adjust the plan midstream, because shit happens. Shit happens to everyone. And not only that, most people will share their wins and they will just hide all the obstacles that they overcame to make it look like it was easy when it wasn't. Don't be fooled by that. Instagram is basically just that, So yeah, that's a good note to end on. Fuck Instagram. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, please give this video a like. I hope you have a great month of June. Take care. I'll see you soon.